Hi Virgo, and welcome to your April 2020 general reading. So yes, we're all quarantined at home in Europe and the UK. So I thought I would contribute something to the community. So I hope wherever you are, this finds you safe from harm. Yeah. Deep breathing. Um So I'm going to pull one card, and then I've got a little bit of a shuffling of the deck to do before I... Actually, just give me one more minute to focus on picking an additional guidance card. Okay, you've got the Bless card. The Bless card tends to... It's a little bit like the Star card. Sometimes it shows up when there's a feeling of good fortune. Having been, those feelings in life when you feel something has touched you. It can be spiritual, it can be relational, it can be financial, it can very, very, very often be spiritual because it's number 22, and number 22 is the master number. As above, so below. So I'm hoping, Virgo, that you're feeling it this way, or there's a potential for you to tune into this energy. So give me a minute. I've got a bit of splitting of the deck, and I hope the sound's okay. My other video is trying to upload client work, and the internet, everyone's working from home, so everything's really, really slow. So this might not be a perfect reading, Virgo. I am going to try my best for you. So I'm going to do one more split of the deck. And it's definitely that sort of feeling of everything being in a little bit of a pause. Now, Virgo, you're my 7th reading. The other ones I did yesterday. And every single sign has this card. Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. I'm not sure what else to say with that one. The Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. Because that Bless card, I have got a feeling it's not going to be straightforward. And I'm sorry, I don't mean it that way, Virgo, but that Bless card and the Ace of Cups sometimes can be that feeling of soulmate. But sometimes there's obstacles in our path. Now what you want is a Ten of Swords. A Ten of Swords is about letting go, surrendering. The way to understand the card is often to understand the card before it, which is the Nine of Swords. In our mind, anxiety, going to the future, going to the past. It seemed to me that you don't want to live in that anxious state of mind at the moment, which is global, by the way, Virgo. Okay, so the gift is a Death card, which means there's some sort of change. I will clarify everything, Virgo, don't worry. The challenge is the Knight of Wands, which is about speed and movement. This is Scorpio, the Death card. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio. You might be dealing with some sort of, now bear with me, Virgo, some sort of benevolence that's came from someone passing in your life. Sometimes difficult things can lead to very good things. I'll find out more. Yeah, I had a feeling there was something complex because you've got the Five of Swords in your relationship house. Let's find out what's going on here. The Magician in money and work. Eight of Pentacles at a soul level. So some of you are really, really, really putting your head down and working hard. Then the Eight of Cups. Then where's the Eight of Cups going to? The Fool card. Beautiful. It's almost like you start in the Ace and you end in the Zero. Okay? There's something... Now, everyone's readings, Virgo, are going to be a little bit complex. I think it's safe to say that you probably know, Virgo, that we're in a period of lockdown, a period of quite extreme circumstances. So the outcome is the Fool, which is the new beginning and new adventures. So my only question to begin with is, why is that 5? It's funny because what you want is a 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is about not living in the mind. Yeah. You know, think of the 8, the 7, the 8, the 9 of Swords. They're all about projecting onto the future, worry. Probably the biggest challenge a Virgo has to deal with is living in what will happen here, what will happen then, okay? Because Virgo rules Mercury. That 5 of Swords in your relationships is interesting because that's a very challenging mindset. It's about, it can mean anything, the 5 of Swords. Recently, when I've been pulling it, it's been about mental patterns going round and round and round in my head, you know, winning and losing. Tell me why the 5 of Swords is here for Virgo. Okay, 2 of Swords. With what else? Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. So there are 3 cards of, this is a very odd reading. So you start with this Ace of Cups and 2 of Cups. That feeling, that is the blessed card, basically. It's very, very often about love with the 2 of Cups. So potentially some new relationship coming into your life. Now, I don't know why, Virgo. I do not have the answer to why the blessed card and the Ace of Cups quite often comes with complications. So please don't shoot the messenger. I don't know. I think, I just don't know. But it does. And what you want is this 10 of Swords. So the ending of a cycle, and the gift that's helping you get that is the Death card. So the Death card rules Scorpio. Is there a card that connects these two? Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles. So for some Virgos, maybe there's been some sort of loss in the past, but the Ace of Pentacles is, I don't want to be too uncomfortable here, but I've just lost my mum, as most of you know. But some sort of gift that's coming through, some sort of loss. All the aces represent new chapters, new potentials, and by the looks of it, it's what you want. Some of you have got to that jumping off place. I very, very often, I've got a lot of pairing cards, and I pair the 10 of Swords with the Fool. Yeah, because it's that desire to go forward, and, oh, you know, that sort of feeling like, I'm not going to say your whole month's going to be like a spring day, Virgo, because no one's month is going to be like a spring day in April. But this feeling of wanting this brand new start, this feeling of spring, to walk down a new avenue, to leave behind the past and to build something new, okay? The challenge is the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is about speed. Yeah. I don't know where you're watching this from. Definitely if it's anywhere in Europe, everything's shut down. Every single thing. We've gone into one big pause. And I already think for some Virgos watching, this is the reading you're getting, because the Knight of Wands is a card of speed. And it's your challenge. And I think this is particularly going to be in your relationships. So the 5 of Swords was clarified with these 2 cards. 2 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. These are the card of non-action. I know you don't want to hear that, Virgo. It's, none of us are in charge of what's happening at the moment. None of us are. We've moved into, it's like I've got videos that I've been uploading for 10 hours, and there is just nothing anyone can do right now. And already your challenge is desiring. 10 of Swords is always about an ending, because it's what you're looking for and what you want. then there's no negative connotations to this card. Every card's got shadow and light. I don't read the Ten of Swords with other people because it's stopping a state of mind based on anxiety, fear, low self-esteem, holding yourself down, making yourself feel like a nothing. You know, it's this desire to feel a different quality of energy. And the reason why I know it is because it's paired the Fool's your outcome. So that's where this is all taking you. And it's a desire to leave the past behind, whatever that past is. It might really be around, there's a lot going on around your career and money and work, because you've got the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, which are cards about putting your head down and really, really getting on with work here. And the Ace of Pentacles is coming from that Death card. So this could be a gift of money. It could be a gift of some sort of opportunity, yeah, which is helping you get this fresh start. There's going to be a problem with speed in a relationship. Some of you might be totally quarantined. If you're not right now, it's, yeah, I'm not going to say anything more because of these cards. Because these are about stopping, pausing, reflection. And the Five of Swords can be a little bit about conflict, okay? So it's that sort of I win, you lose card. And sometimes it gives me a feeling that it's actually a card about winning. The Five of Swords is a victory card because look, he's got a leg up. It's one of these winning cards that I would be very, very careful of. I'm trying to give you an example of it. So you work really, really hard to get something, but to get there, other people have been hurt. Okay, there's no judgment coming from here, Virgo, okay? But it's one of these things that when you win, you sort of look back and go, oh, was that worth it? And so the way to work with the Five of Swords is to be very, very, very considerate about what's important, where you're putting your time, and I've got certain criteria with the Five of Swords. It's like, is someone going to get hurt with this? And if the answer is yes, I'd be very, very, very considerate about it. Anyhow, I think I might do a little bit, find out more what's going on here. It's definitely something to do with the speed of movement, because the Knight of Wands is a challenge. It means something's got stuck. Because the Knight of Wands is about full speed ahead. And it's like you're going into April on this incredible, beautiful, blessed note. And then you're going to hit what in Europe we're hitting now, and everything's just stopping. Okay, lovely guys. I won't leave you with that. Don't worry. So just bear with me. Magician at a soul level, career and money. This is about power, focus, intention, drive, and very, very much focused on. I think you're very focused on your career because of the Eight of Pentacles at a soul level. And this is working through the night. It's very, very focused energy. Anything else about these cards? Some of you might be studying hard, yeah, and it's clarified with Leo. Leo in our birth chart is about our soul's purpose, a sense of destiny. So maybe some Virgos have got this new sense coming about their purpose in this life. From great crisis, something is always born, and we need to listen and we need to pay attention to what we feel drawn to. But it looks like you're working really hard. Now the outcome is the Eight of Cups, which means nothing's yet moving in this sector, because the Eight of Cups is another very, very yin card. It's a bit searching. It's a very inner card. And a lot of people have got very inner reflective cards. But then you get your beautiful Fool. There's nothing more exciting than when the Fool appears in a reading, because it's this incredible feeling of carefree. And it's almost as some of you are watching that are in lockdown. It's like the doors are opening and you're suddenly free to move forward. Can you tell me a little bit more about the Death and the Ace of Pentacles, though? There's some. It's definitely something to do with finances, though, because it's with the King of Pentacles as well. There's something to do with security and finances coming your way. So I think what I need to do for you, Virgo, and I don't know if other people are going to be annoyed at me, but I am just going to give I'm going to pull 3 cards for what's going on in your relationships. I think rather than the end of the world, I think it looks like some big stop sign has happened. I'd say it's happened for everyone. So tell me about relationships for Virgo. You're the only person I've done this for, Hierophant. Yeah, you're the 4 of Swords. The other person's a Strength card. So, the 4 of Swords is someone who's just, it's the card of being in retreat. The Hierophant is a card of commitment. It's a card of loyalty. It's a Taurus card. And this is what's connecting you both with the 4 of Wands, okay? But there's definitely not much togetherness, Virgo. Which, as soon as I seen that Blessed card, I had a feeling that was the reading you were going to get. So what's the Strength card about, please, for the other person? Because the person might be holding back. With the Strength card, it's like, so it can show up in so many different ways. And there's this incredible force of connection going on here. But the Strength card quite shows up because this is about lust. And quite often someone's holding their energy back. What should Virgo do then? Okay, 8 of Cups. Focus on your internal world, both of them are. What should the other person do? Okay, they're in the 8 of Swords. I think for some people this might... So they're feeling trapped. The eight of Swords can be holding themselves back because of circumstances, by the way. And I know I don't like making sweeping statements in general readings. But if this was a private reading, it's very odd because these are really huge commitment cards, both of them are. You're almost in the state of, this is night time, it's in retreat, so some of you might be really in isolation, or there's no, and the other person seems to be holding themselves back because of circumstances. And where is this all going for Virgo, please? Okay, you've got a few cards showing up. So you get the 6 of Wands with the Justice card. This is victory, success after adversity with the Justice card, but you also got the Devil card showing up. The Devil card doesn't have to be a bad card. In fact, because of the other cards, it can talk about a very, very, very intense attraction. But you know what? The minute I seen that Blessed card, I almost knew what I was dealing with. Quite often, so the set of circumstances might be practical. It might be like health issues, 2 people can't spend time together. It might be that the other person is in a set of circumstances and they're having to hold their energy back. I think it's very strange that you're getting these very powerful commitment cards though. So the divine always gets the last say in everything. Doesn't matter what our little human stories tell ourselves. Wonder what the divine's story is in here. I might not be able to get anything. You get the Hierophant again. The Hierophant is about being by the book, Virgo, okay? But it's also a very, very strong card about commitment. It tends to be one of the most committed relationship cards, but I think there's something a little bit complex. And when it's complex, it's generally because the cards are the Eight of Swords. So it's a set of circumstances and maybe not being able to act on the lust, because the Strength card is the lust card. Now, so why is Virgo going... I mean, I don't think you'll be bothered whatever at the end of the month because you're going to the Fool card. So why is Virgo going to the Fool card? Yeah, you got it again. Yeah. You know what, Virgo? I think it's funny. I mean, the Ace of Cups is one of most people's favourite tarot cards. But it's always got a set of complexities around it. And I don't know all the answers why. It's because the universe has the final say in life. Sometimes we think that we do, and then different forces come in and we meet different people and life wants us to go down a different avenue, and that tends to be what the Ace of Cups is. I think a lot of your power and focus is going to be going into your work, your place in this world, the Eight of Pentacles, getting your pentacles sorted out, working through the night. And even with that Eight of Cups as a card, it's almost like, because you wanted the Ten of Swords, it's almost like, well, I'm not going to control this. It's like, this is out of my control. And it's sort of like handing, because your opposite sign is Pisces, so it's always about working with Pisces, which is always about thy will be done. Okay, Virgo. Whew, wasn't expecting that one. I sort of knew that as soon as I seen the Blessed card, I sort of felt that I knew what I was dealing with there. Okay, Virgo, loads of love. Bye.